dito, labag ba ito sa batas o hindi, pag-uusapan po natin yan. But, una magtatanong, sino gusto mo una magtanong sa inyo?
Sige.
Kaya mo na. Sige.
Attorney, anong masasabi nyo dito sa... Nag-aalala kasi yung mga OFW natin na yung sinasabi nila na yung pangalan na nilagay nila doon sa balota o sa online voting, iba yung lumalabas. Ano pong masasabi nyo dito, Attorney?
Okay, first, una muna, no? Meron bang batas on online voting? Wala po, ha? Wala pang batas sa online voting. Pero itong ating Commission on Elections, perhaps out of their intention to really rationalize and make it easy for our overseas Filipino voters to vote, no, implemented on its own without a law, the online voting. Maganda siguro ang intensyon, pero maski nga sa Amerika, wala pang ang online voting. Selected lang masyado. Dito tayo, nagmamadali tayo masyado na wala pong batas. Basic po yun sa ating batas. Basic po yun sa ating legal system that agencies such as Commission on Elections merely implement the law. They cannot make or craft the law. In this case, it is our humble view that COMELEC has overstepped its bounds. No, it has exercising functions which is ultra vires, meaning beyond its authority. So, kaya nga po, siguro dahil wala masyadong konsultasyon, hindi ito masyado siguro na open up sa mga publiko, ang dami pong reklamo ngayon. We have to face that. And even if kaibigan natin yung mga nandyan, yung mga commissioners po dyan, we know them personally, we have to speak out na medyo talaga merong problema. Just like what has been stated ngayon, na kung sino yung ibinoto, iba po ang lumalabas. Ang explanation daw ni Chairman Garcia is encrypted daw yung mga data. In the first place, these plans should have been explained before to the people, to the OFWs. No? The processes should have been transparent. Paano magiging transparent po ito? Na ngayon lang po na-explain. And secondly, no, ang problema kasi niyan, you can only verify your votes 30 days thereafter. In the meantime, yung mga hackers dyan, yung mga malwares na posibleng present, may be able to do something to reflect your votes. But in the meantime, yung mga napunta doon, iiba as reflected nga dun sa mga napicturan po nila. Kaya nga po, meron talagang problema po dito. And tomorrow, no, at the very least, we might be filing a very urgent, most respectful, reiterative motion for issuance of TRO and injunction against online voting. Dahil nga po sa mga nangyayari. Kaya nga po yung mga estudyante ko sa Jose Maria College, no, Law School, nag-organisa po at nag-create ng vote guard, balot-balota, no? So that all of the complaints would be reported properly. We have to paper the world. What do you mean by paper the world? We have to reduce everything in writing, reduce everything in affidavit form, so that we can use the same in whatever pleadings that we may file in whatever forum or fora that we may go to, no? Such as the Commission on Elections as well as the Supreme Court, in order to impress and convince these entities, especially the Supreme Court, of the extreme and urgent necessity for them to act on the matter. Yun po ang aking answer doon.
Attorney, ano naman naman po yung mga dapat gawin ng mga, yung isa sa mga pinag-uusapan na iba yung nilagay nila doon, pero iba yung lumalabas, katulad doon yung nasa monitor na yan. So ano yung mga pwede nating maipayo sa mga hero abroad, sa mga OFW?
Anong maaari nating gawin? First, paper the world. What do I mean paper the world? You should document everything. Take pictures, no? At saka ipa-record mo yan. Kung nandun kayo sa embassy, dapat ma-record doon na meron kayong complaint na ganyan. Tapos tapos ipasa po ninyo sa amin. Punta kayo sa Vote Guard, Bantay Balota, para ma-record po yung mga estudyante ko will be contacting you if there is a need for you to execute an affidavit, then an affidavit has to be executed. Kayo na po, please help us. This is our only country. Kung magawaan na kayo ng affidavit, ipa-subscribe ninyo, anong tawag nito, punta kayo sa embassy para manotaryuhan po ito, para magiging affidavit natin ito, magiging ebidensya po natin. And then secondly, as much as possible, kasi ang explanation niyan kay encryption daw yan, no? Siguro, we respect that kung ganun nga. Pero ito lang ang encryption na ito na pwede mo mabuksan after May 12. Ang daming mangyayari, no? An encryption, no, should work against intruders, not against yourself.
Yes.
Oo. Because I am a voter, I have the right to know and I have the right to be assured that my votes are actually reflected
Yes.
in a document. Paano yun? Pagkita mo, iba yung resulta. Ngayon mo lang nalaman na ganun pala. Tapos, ma-confirm mo after na ng elections. In the meantime, yung mga tao, what if lang may malware na maka-infect niyan? At saka, iba nga ang na-report doon. That is a very big possibility. And
Yes.
COMELEC should not be onion-skinned to accept that fact because even the United States of American experts accept this fact. No? Kung nandun yan, yung mga natatalo, mag-question pa sa Senate Electoral Tribunal, naku, sino ang magdidesisyon yun? Yung mga na-elect naman na, what you call this, na questionable yung election. Kaya nga po, ang ating minumungkahi ay nandyan na yan, no? Enough ba yan na hindi na tayo buboto? Hindi, buboto pa rin kayo, no? Magpa-register pa rin kayo, pero ang recommendation ko ganito. Nandyan kasi sa batas, Sections 23, 24 of Republic Act 10590. What is 10590? That is actually the law which amended Republic Act 9189. So what does that provide? Under Section 23, voting may be physical or via mail. These provisions are not amended by any law. So punta ka doon,